Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is coming down. I've been talking the last few days about an unfolding impulsive move to the upside. Then Bitcoin recovered a little bit more than expected, and I changed my wave count a little bit, talked about here an ABC pattern. Now with this wick that came here to the upside, that potentially was already the C here, as it looks like. Need to see how this is now unfolding, but it might have been. With that, it probably closed off this wave C as well, and the wave Y and so on, and this overall wave 4. And we could now be again in an impulsive wave down. We are coming down now again to that key level of 28.6, and this is where the market will decide, will we go down from here and really let that impulsive wave unfold further, or do we go up again and will we extend this overall correction? For now, again, it's looking to me like, as it did already here, that we were in an impulsive wave down. To be honest, I don't want to fully exclude that possibility. The thing is, what I just need to mention here, I mean, yesterday we've been talking here about an impulsive move down, okay? So the direction is clear. The direction is clear, and I'm absolutely here short-term bearish still on Bitcoin. I don't think the low is in already. So I'm just waiting about that wave that will finally break that 28.6K barrier. And in my view, it will happen sooner or later. So I talked about this impulsive wave down here yesterday, that this could be an impulse, yeah. The problem is, I said, this will be invalidated if we go above, I think it was 30.6K, yeah. I would need to look at what exactly the wave count was, but overnight we moved up to 30.7K. Now, technically, I obviously then used that to invalidate that pattern, because there's a rule you can't get above the beginning of the wave, So basically, we made a higher high compared to the previous high. That basically invalidated this overall downtrend. The problem is with many altcoins, you didn't see that invalidation, yeah? Many altcoins didn't do that. Bitcoin rallied quite a bit yesterday, and that invalidated this. Technically, it could probably theoretically still be ongoing, right? So, but again, we stick here to the rules. Overall, still absolutely here short-term bearish. This structure is clearly corrective. Means you have a lot of ups and downs, yeah? Here you have a very messy structure, so you move up, you come down, yeah? Pretty much here to that support level. Again, you make a slightly higher high, you make, again, a higher low, then you make a lower high, yeah? And then you make even a lower low. So all of this is corrective because you come down too much again. Here as well, the way this price is currently coming down looks very, very, overall in this pattern, corrective. If we zoom in, it makes an impulsive impression to the downside, which means that here, just looking at this snippet, it means we are really heading to the downside in the direction of the higher level trend, which is currently down, yeah? A lot of selling volume as well. The thing is, here at the moment, the 28.6K level will tell us if we're heading further down or not. This is the decision point, and in my view, this will break sooner or later. The question is just, is it now, or will the market give it another, will the market give Bitcoin another breathing space here for a few days or so? And overall, you can also see that we have here a head and shoulders pattern, yeah? So everybody who's been watching this channel has been expecting now a lower price for Bitcoin, and we see that strong sell-off. And the thing is, now we need to break this level here, 28.6K. That needs to be broken. It's a highly relevant level. That is the low of June, yeah, and we need to get back into, sometimes I say 28.7, it doesn't matter that much, and on different exchanges you have different levels. Here on Bitstamp it is 28.6, and you can see how relevant this level is. So yeah, we could now already, using this wave count, we could have already started here 1, 2, we might have done that wave 2, and we might now be in a wave 3 down. Then you will probably have a wave 4 and a wave 5. That would again complete a higher level degree wave 1. Then all of this will be corrected again in a wave 2. You come down in a wave 3 again. You move up in a wave 4. You move down in a wave 5. That could then really end here in that 22K level, the area that I've mentioned now for a longer period. Yeah, I think this would be a likely low, because it's just the next logical support level after we already broke the 27K level, which is the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of Bitcoin. Yeah, so that is just the next logical level. 22K here is the 200-week moving average, and that is just a super important level. But yeah, downward pressure at the moment. Watch the 28.6K level. Even if we move higher from here, it at the moment would not be bullish. It is still a very corrective pattern, and until we really break out above 31.4K, I am going to stay with this primary expectation that we're going to head down further. Should we break above that wave X here of 31.4, we need to take a look at the price structure, and then I will update you accordingly. For now, the expectation is clearly that we should move further down. Downward pressure is still there, but even as I said before as well, until we really overall, looking at the overall downtrend, until we really move back above, I would say at least 40,000, yeah, ideally 40.9K, which is here sort of that swing low from October or September 21. Until we really break above that level, in my opinion, that downward pressure is still very high. So there is a long way to go for Bitcoin, yeah. We have, after 6 months, finally here reached the target area. So everybody on this channel has been prepared for these below 30K levels. And that is why now the low could be in at any time. I'm not telling you it is in. And as you hopefully have understood, my view is that we are still going to go a little bit lower. But overall, the price has done the minimum it needs to do in this overall Bitcoin correction that has now been going on for more than a year. So from my point of view, at any point, it could now start to move higher. It could now go to new all-time highs from here. Now, how realistic is that yet? I don't think very realistic yet. I would only give it maybe 25 to 30% probability. My view is that we are going to make a lower low, and that is currently still dependent on here that Elliott Wave count. And there are just not enough bullish signals here in the chart. And just to emphasize that again, what still scares me very much is the monthly MACD. We have here also a monthly bearish crossover on the ADX and the I, and here the monthly MACD is just really scary, because the MACD line is still so high. Yeah, it is still so high, and ideally you want to have it to come lower. But let's be honest, a move down to 20K will not correct this monthly MACD line down enough. Yeah, and that is so the only thing that for me technically would be in favor and make it quite likely that we actually will see a longer bear market. Yeah, because this MACD line on the monthly needs to correct down lower ideally. And of course, if you are at the current level here and it will hold the current level, maybe even a little bit lower for months or even a year, then you will see a much lower MACD line on the monthly. So that is still what scares me a bit. And this is sort of the only thing in the whole chart of Bitcoin which messes my whole scenario a little bit up, where, I mean, we've done everything we need to do. Yeah, I'm absolutely happy with how this has unfolded, because it's done exactly what I've been talking about for the last 6 months. But now my view is actually that fairly quickly we should see a recovery. So I'm talking about maybe 4 to 6 weeks. But if the monthly MACD is still so much down, I have my doubts at the moment. Yeah, this is just the only thing, really, the only thing that messes up the beauty of this chart and the indicators and everything, because everything else is currently going according to plan. So just to mention that, but I've mentioned that monthly MACD a few times now. All right, so over the next few hours, it's really important that we watch the 28.6K level. Should this level be lost, maybe just to emphasize once more the key support levels, because I think then it is really going down quite strongly. I think we have some support here at 28K. And then, yeah, I mean, then what we're probably going to do, we will probably move down here and we'll probably find some support around 26.3, where those candles here closed. But overall, main support will be around 25.4K. Again, it depends here a little bit on which exchange you're on. This is definitely the swing low from the 12th of May. But it's all about which exchange you're looking at, because in some exchanges, you saw the price actually drop a little bit lower. Yeah, I saw prices of around 24.5K. And then we have the 22K level, but it will take a few ups and downs to actually get there. if we then get there. That is currently for me the most likely scenario, that we actually get there. Again, how long it takes, I can't tell you. I'm probably thinking here most realistic would be 4 to 6 weeks. But of course, this is only an assumption, only a guess really, in terms of how long this is taking. Overall, yeah, as I need to say once more, the overall scenario has been achieved. Yeah, we have done what we needed to do. We made a lower low on the chart, and at any point the low could be in now. Yeah, we don't necessarily need to make a lower low. However, the shorter and medium term wave count suggests it strongly, and the bullish signals are still too weak. That is why I think there will be one more dip, but the chart doesn't have to do it. The chart doesn't have to do it. So be careful if you really want to fish for the lowest low. I'm just saying. Okay, and that is currently my view here about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.